Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. We are going to start a new series. Now, like the last series I did, what was that? A desk set. I recorded the whole thing ahead of time so you saw the finished project before you embarked upon the steps to make it. And I'm going to do the same thing this time. So I will already have done a flip through of the final project. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to record each of the sessions first, and then you will have already seen the finished project, if that makes sense. I did get some feedback on that, and you guys really liked that idea, so you could go back and do a flip through, or look at that flip through, and as you were constructing it and following along, just to see how I had finished each thing out. You don't have to watch that first. You can just come on right in. Now, a few months ago, I'm going to do a little introduction here. Not a few months ago, like a year and a half ago, I did an accordion tag, accordion cover tag journal, tag shaped with a journal in the middle. So, and then I think before that I had made a flip out using coin envelopes, not this big. Okay, so we're going to combine those and we're going to make a journal, and our cover is going to be constructed out of, and I have a template here, so I'll go over that, of these large envelopes. These are like coin envelopes, which will become pockets. Now I'm thinking for each side of the book, and you will have already seen it, so I'm thinking 4, and this will be an accordion, and then in the middle will be the journal, and the back side will also be the series of envelopes, okay? All right, so I think you probably had already seen it and you understand where I'm going. Okay, so I'm combining 2 of my last projects, kind of. All right, now you can see I already got a start on these because I'm going to need 8 of them. And I decided that the front cover, I'm going to make a hole in this, and I'm going to have an insert of a, I think this image. I love her. And this came from the Graphics Fairy membership site, and it's actually a larger picture, and I cut it down. If I'm using, to make the envelopes, the Romantic Threads collection by Stamperia, but whatever you guys have, if you have, you can use digitals. You don't even have to use, scrapbook paper. So then for the inside of the journal, I've got some pages already cut down, and I'm using Leanna Scrap's sewing themed sewing papers or something like that. But all that will be linked, and then I have a ton, because there's so many pockets here, of sewing ephemera, and I'm going to have to go and see where I found these. And a lot of people have done sewing journals, so you probably have a bunch of different sewing, this is going to be kind of a vintage style, sewing themed items in your stash. So this is, so let's just get right in. So I had made templates for a variety of different sizes of these coin envelopes, I guess that you could call them. Already from the teeny tiny mini up to the largest, and this is the largest. So let me show you how you're going to construct one of these, and then you can do, if you want to just do 2 for the front cover and the back cover, because what we're going to be doing is this will accordion, and so we will be doing a hinge process in this, where it will be, folding out and out and out, and etc. So where was I? I lost my, anyway, so the measurement of this large one, what I'm saying is I'm going to be using 4 and 4 probably. Either that or 3 and 3. So I'll need 6 or 8, one or the other. I haven't figured out how thick I want my accordion cover. You will have already seen that. So, so you can make it, you know, you can just do 2, you can do 3, or you can do the 4. Okay, so this is the size that I chose because I liked the fact that the middle section is 4.5 inches wide, and then the width, let me grab, I'm looking for my Tim Holtz ruler. I don't know what happened to it. I thought I put it back. Well, I guess I did not. Huh. I cleaned up somewhat. Oh, it's buried on my desk. Okay, and so, and then the width, let's turn this the right way. The width will be 7 1/4. So that's a fun, almost a traveler's notebook size. So when we go to making the middle section of the journal, that's a good size. Let me see, is this right? Yes, that's going to be a nice size little journal. So kind of like a traveler's notebook size, maybe a little larger. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to cut your paper to get this size. By the time you fold it up, 4.5, and then 7 1/4 by the time you fold up the bottom and the top. You are going to need a piece of paper that's 9 3/4 inches wide. Okay, 9 3/4 inches wide. Let me just mark this in dark pen so you can see it. And so that's the width of your paper. Then you are going to need, and why didn't I measure that? I didn't mark that. You're going to need, for the length, oh yes, 8.5. So you're not, if you're using a standard size, I'm using a 12 by 12, but if you're just using a standard size paper, you're not gonna cut it. So it's 8.5. Okay, so that's the length. Then you're going to score it, and we're gonna make one of these in a minute. You're going to be scoring it in at 2.5 inches. So when you fold it, you're gonna have 2.5, ignore that score mark. Let me do it this way because I made a boo-boo. 2.5 inches this way. So you're gonna measure in or fold, score and fold or whatever, 2.5 inches. And so this will be your score line here. And then the same on the other side. So when you fold it, you've got a little overlapping, okay? See, it's a little overlapping. Then you're going to come and score from the top piece down just 3/4 of an inch, okay? And that is going to be your little flap that I rounded. So, and then the bottom that we're going to fold up that is underneath there is 1/2 inch. Okay, so you're going to score all the way the width, 1/2 inch down here and 3/4 inch up here. Okay, then what you're going to do is after you get that done, you're going to want to cut this part out right here. And these little dashed lines are cut lines. So you're going to cut across there in this. So that will remove those pieces on the edges because we don't need those. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing here where you're going to cut this out. And when we make one of these together, we'll probably make a couple together. Then you can see what I mean. Okay, Now, you see how this angles down like this? Not necessary, but look how nice and neat that looks. So what I did is you're gonna cut another piece this way, and you'll see how I use my ruler. I'll just come in and I'll just draw a line, and then I'll just cut that section out. And if you're really good, you don't even need to cut this part. You're just gonna cut that part. Okay, so then you're gonna have that on each side, and you're gonna do it again at the bottom. So you see how here I have a little, it kind of goes up. And let me show you another one. That one, each one's, well, that one I put the flap on the outside. So I guess it really doesn't matter. That one I put the flap on the outside. Okay, but you still want it to come up, because what happens is you don't want your paper to get stuck on it. So that one is the only one. Either way, whatever look you like, you can put the flap on the inside. I think you really need the flap on the outside so you don't catch if you're gonna do long cards on this little flap. Okay, so with that, I'm going to just take this template and I'm gonna show you, well, I'm not gonna do it here. I'm gonna do it on it because I need to save this. And then you're going to just cut this, you're gonna come up on an angle here. So this little section will be gone here. All of this will be gone. Okay, and then that way you can see you have it, see it's angled here and angled here. So this will make more sense if you never made a coin envelope. If you've made a coin envelope, you like get the gist of it. But okay, now let me pick out, okay, I've used this one. I don't want to double, I don't want to do the same ones over. Now I'm using Stampera, which is printed on both sides. So, which is not necessary because you don't really see the inside of the, you know, you kind of do, but it can be white in there. So let's see what we have. I want to keep these because I'm going to use these to embellish. Okay, this one I think I already have. So used, or have I? No, I haven't. I used that one. So I'm gonna use this because this side doesn't really throw me that much. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this down. Let me get my cutter and you can follow right along as we make this. Now because I want the front one to have a window pocket in it, I want to see which one of, I'm gonna have to pick a paper that this goes well with over here. And before I glue it, I will cut out a window in the center. Okay, so we'll do that next, but we're gonna make a plain coin envelope right now. Okay, so this is gonna be the inside, this is gonna be the outside. And what I kind of did is, when I laid my paper to see, you know, really where I wanted, because, you know, if you're using printed paper, if you want just like the plain scissors, which I think I do, I think I'm going to use this section up here because we're going to be probably embellishing and putting some pockets on these. So there will be all kinds of storage room in this. So I'm going to cut away here. So what I want is 8.5. So let me slip this in. Let me take out my little scorer. 8.5. Right? Yes, 8.5. And then we want this to be 9 3/4. So I want to cut this part off here. So let me bring this down to 9 3/4. Okay, now I'm going to leave it in here because now I'm going to score. And let me turn it. Okay, so this is the width. So I want to score in 1/2 inch or 2.5 inches. Okay, 2.5. And this is the width, right? Yes. Yes. I always have to double check. I don't want to ruin my paper. And we're going to turn it and we're going to do the same thing. Or you can just measure and fold. Draw a line and fold. Okay, so we have 2.5 inches on each side. So those are going to fold in. And that's going to make that. Now we need the top. So I could do this, it goes this way. So, and I want 3/4 of an inch scored here, and that will be the flap. I go several times because this is pretty heavyweight. And then I'm gonna flip it around, and I want 1/2 inch for the bottom flap. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna cut out the sections we don't need, and I like to keep it right on here so I get a good cut. So we're going to cut out this section here and this section here. So let me just look at this right to that line. So you're just gonna cut into that first score, that score line at 2.5 inches. Okay, whoops, I shouldn't have moved that. Go on this side and do the same. Gotta put my head up on under there, guys, because I want to make sure. Okay, and the same thing down here. You can just use your scissors. I sometimes don't cut in straightest line. Okay, and same thing here. All right, so now we have these we're gonna cut out. Okay, now I can just take my scissors because it's just a small cut. Let me move this aside for now. And just cut these little flaps right off. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will do the angling. This isn't quite to the edge. In a minute. So let me fold this down because I really can't see. Now, normally I would just come in and just do the angle, but I just want you to see, for those of you that have not done this before, do it this way first. All right, so now you see we have the makings of this. All right, so what I want to do before I cut this angle is I'm going to take, I like the look of the rounded corners on the flap. This is going to be the flap right here. So I'm just going to come in with my corner rounder and try to get in as close as I can. I might need the other one. Okay, so then I have that, and now I am just going to take my ruler. Let me put this out like this, and why do I lose my rulers? Okay, you guys saw what I did with it. Okay, I was gonna say shout at me. And I'm just gonna come down on an angle right here, just like this. I'll draw, let me just grab a pencil. And I kind of just eyeball this. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I don't normally use a ruler, but I'm just showing you. I usually just come in and cut it. All right, so then I'm going to cut those pieces away. And same thing on this side. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here, but I'm not going to really. I'm just going to come up on an angle like this. Just take out that little section there and here. So you see this now has, and I'll ink this real quick so you can see it. Then you see how this is going to get caught up here. This doesn't lay flat, so I usually take a little bit off up on an angle there. See that? So now that's not going to get caught. And if you like that look on the outside too, see the difference? That doesn't. So I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm just going to angle up, and we will do another one of these. But we'll do all, probably cut the hole out. So here we go. So now this is ready for us to glue. But before you glue it, decide which one of these look, you know, if this isn't quite even up here, which I like this over this way. And you can do them all the same size. So I will go ahead and ink this before you glue it if you're an inker. Okay, so then you're going to ink here. You don't have to ink down here because you're going to fold that over whichever way you fold. I'll probably fold this way. And then, so all I'm going to do here is run a bead of glue right here. Okay, let me get rid of these scraps. And then a bead of glue right around here. And then our envelope is ready for our pockets or whatever we're going to do. So I have this. Look how cute that one will be in there. So I'm not 100% sure which one of these. Look what I did. See, I cut too far over, so I'll just have to put a little, I'll do something. A little tape, maybe a little bit of that vintage cellophane tape there. So I'm not gonna waste this, so I'll just use a little vintage cellophane tape. All right, let's do another one. So, and then I'll be back for the next one for us to begin to hinge. I'm just checking with the time. Oh, we're really good for time. So I might make two of these. I have this one would be a good one to put this in. So I think what I would do is I would place this where I felt I would like it. We'll make another one in a minute because I'm just thinking. And then I had that other one with I love this one, which is very colorful, and I'm gonna see, but this one kind of goes real nice, and then we'll flip inside. So what I would do is I would simply probably just go ahead and like this, mark it, or you can draw all the way around. All right, so you see that? So then I would take my ruler and run my little blade. Let me get one of my little blades so you can see. Use my phone book, or I can do it on the glass desk. I could do it right on the glass desk, or I can do it on a phone book or something that you're not going to ruin what's underneath. All right. Let me get this. Might as well do it since I started. Okay. And I'm gonna just connect that other spot. Actually, no. Okay, because I want it a little larger than this. So it needs to be a little larger so you're not seeing the edges of the print. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to move this out. I'm just going to do like 1/8 of an inch. Okay, all the way around. And then, wait, no, I don't want it larger. I want it smaller. Oh my goodness. No, it needs to be a little smaller. See what I'm saying? So when you glue it underneath, so I'm gonna leave the edges the way they were. Let me do this again, and I'll just go right inside that line. All right, it has to be a little smaller. All right, let's try this again. I'm just eyeballing this, actually. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna go right inside those lines. Just take my blade. Or you can put it right on your cutter. Okay, same thing here. Just right inside those lines. There we go. Bree! Sorry, guys. Bree, no. Okay. And then just cut that out. And you know what? I think I'm just going to do it right in the cutter so you can see you can do it this way as well. So line it up with that other. Just and then here. All right, let's see. All right, I just need to trim a little bit and then I can pop that out and I'll show you what it looks like. I just didn't want to go too far. And sometimes I'll just do like a decorative die cut there. And you know, if you want like an oval and you have a die cut machine, that would work. All right, let me erase these pencil marks. And this is when I would probably, I'll probably attach that first. So it's almost too big. All right, let's do it this way. There, so you can see right there. Yeah, I might add a little paper to the outside, but that will be the cover. Okay, and then we'll do some decorating around it and everything, and ink. I'll ink the inside of this. I might have to add just a tiny bit of paper right around the edge to glue to the sides and the top, because the thing of it is you don't want anything catching behind that. And I think I'm going to put some acetate around there. Okay, so let me put these two aside and let's make one more real quick. And then I have this piece that I can do something with. All right, let's pick another one, and I like this. So I'm either gonna put this in the back cover, you know, somewhere, or do it in a second book if I make a second book. So I like this with this. This is kind of cool. So this is so pretty here, but I have that. Let me see what else. This looks cool. Could use it with that one. Let me use this one right here. I like the advertisements and everything, so. And we won't cut the thing out again. I'm just going to, and then I have to come back and make a couple more of these. All right, so let me pull this template back out. So we want, in width, we want 9 3/4 is the width. So this will be the width. Let me pull this back out. Take this out, 9 3/4. No, this will be the width. Okay, so it needs to be 9 3/4 this way. All right. 8 1/2 this way. Just looking at this to see what side, if I want to cut the top off or the bottom off. I guess it really doesn't matter, because it's really just all print. Okay, and now we are going to put our, okay, now 2 1/2 inches for the scoring on each side. Okay, 2 1/2. And I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna do 2 1/2. All right, the top, 3/4 of an inch down, 3/4 of an inch rather. And you can have it, if you want your flaps to be a little bigger, you can do that too. 1 inch flap maybe, or, and then a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch at the bottom. Okay, now we're ready to cut out the pieces. So I'm just going to, you can just use your scissors, or you can, I'm trying not to, oops, I don't know why I moved that. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom, but I'm going to just do it with my scissors. Just going to fold it so you can see this way. Let me put this away, because we're going to come right up and just do the angles as well. So the first thing is I want to take the tab off. So I'm going to, let me see, which way? No, we want to angle up. So I'm just going to take the tab off. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and angle up a little bit. Wait, I angled the wrong way. See, this is what, see, I screwed up. This is angling the wrong way. So when I fold it in, see, it's angling the wrong way. So I'm not gonna waste this. I'm just gonna cut it straight across, but I'll show you on the other side. So you're gonna angle this piece away. Okay, I'm just gonna take this off at the bottom. Angle this little piece here, and then I went the wrong way. I need to angle it up this way a little bit. Okay, so I did that wrong. So you want to angle it up, okay, not the other way. See that? So now, thank goodness that this is going to be hidden. So that's going to be hidden there by that. Well, now I got a little piece off of here. So I'm going to probably use this for something else, but you get the gist of it. Now, with this, just going to take this off here, take this off here, and then I'm going to take my rounder and I'm going to pull that other one back out so you can see. Okay, so then we're going to angle these. So they're going to angle this way. You're going to go down. Actually, I'm going to do it from this side. Now you can do your, I want to make sure I'm angling this the right way. Yeah, down. Okay, see, so they come down. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. This one I think I would take off a little bit more. Sometimes I just have to even it out. So if you want to use your ruler and get a good straight line, I would suggest that. Like I did with all of these, so they look nice and neat. Okay, let me pull that other one back over, just so you remember not to cut it the way I did. So you're going to angle the bottom up, okay, right here, like you're going up, and you're going to angle the top down, okay? And so you have it looking like that. This one, I've got a nice big gap here now, so, because I cut it the wrong way. So this I will use for something else, probably a tag. Okay, guys, let me check, and then I'm going to finish up. Gosh, I hope I was in frame the whole time. I'm going to finish up all I need, and then when we come back next time, we're going to hinge our covers together, the top and the back, and start adding the pockets on it. And then hopefully we'll get all of that done next time, and then we can work on the main piece of the middle of the journal and how to attach your covers, which are going to be these, and to the front and the back. And if you're looking for supplies right now, for the cover, I'm going to be using this packaging. It came in, it's like a heavyweight, well, it's more like a very lightweight chipboard or a heavyweight cardstock, cardboard. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using. So if you have some packaging, or you have some cardboard or whatever, or you have chipboard, you can use chipboard as well. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Have a blessed day. Bye.